This is Sylvia Saber with OpTv Global Headlines. Starting with the top international stories for the day. Pakistani student Adil Rahu has become the first ever international and Pakistani student to have been elected as the president of Glasgow Caledonian University. Originally from Sindh Badin area, Adil Rahu graduated with a first-class bachelor's in business and management from Glasgow. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has issued a veiled warning about Indian democracy backsliding in his first official visit to New Delhi. Blinken told civil society that the United States and India are connected by shared values such as rule of law and freedom of religion. Democracies should always seek to strengthen our democratic institutions, expand access to justice and opportunity, stand up forcefully for fundamental freedoms, Blinken said. Senior diplomats from the United States and Russia held substantive and professional talks on arms control and other strategic issues. The State Department said the discussions in Geneva produced no breakthroughs, but said they yield the minimum for a positive result for such negotiations. The United States is deeply troubled by reports of escalating attacks on civilians as the Taliban sweep across Afghanistan. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, on a visit to India, said the only path to peace in Afghanistan was through negotiations, which all parties must take seriously. A top-level Taliban delegation visited China, where they assured Beijing the group will not allow Afghanistan to be used as a base for plotting against another country. China has also promised not to interfere in Afghanistan's affairs, but instead to help solve problems and bring peace, Taliban's spokesperson said. Up next, we have the national updates. It is not possible for Pakistan to accept talks with India and its involvement in the tripartite Afghan peace process, the Prime Minister Imran Khan said to a delegation of Pak-Afghan Youth Forum. Top officials, journalists, editors, filmmakers, businessmen, industrialists, and defense analysts from Afghanistan participated in the meeting. President Arif Alvi in his tweet said, "Islamabad is my city just like Karachi and all other lovely cities of Pakistan, and he's ready with his boat if needed." The heavy rains in Islamabad left the city at the mercy of torrential streams, inducing fears of high-level flooding of Lai Nala as army teams and resources turned up to rescue people. The ruling Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf have clinched the PPP 38 Sialkot 4 seat by defeating the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz in what turned out to be a major upset for the party. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Farooq Habib said, like Kashmir, the people of Sialkot also buried the narrative of Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz. Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz Vice President Maryam Nawaz has tested positive for coronavirus. The party's spokesperson Maryam Aurangzeb confirmed. The PMLN Vice President tweeted was being treated at home and has symptoms like fever, cough and flu and has gone into self-quarantine. An Islamabad court extended the physical remand of Zahir Jafar, who was accused of murdering and beheading Nur Muqaddam, by another 3 days. The council has informed the court that the police have obtained CCTV footage of the incident and they needed to take Zahir to Lahore for forensic analysis. Up next, we have the health updates. The UN Health Agency has been under intensifying pressure for a new, more in-depth investigation of how the coronavirus first emerged. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken has pledged to support World Health Organization's probe into COVID origins. Till now, novel coronavirus pandemic has claimed more than 4.2 million lives, infecting at least 19.6 million people around the world. Pakistan for the second consecutive day reported more than 4,000 new coronavirus cases. As per National Command and Operations Center, in the last 24 hours, 4,497 cases reported positive and the positivity rate stands at 7.5%. Meanwhile, it was for the first time after June 9 that Pakistan recorded 76 new deaths due to the coronavirus. Up next, we have the sports updates. Pakistan's hero Ali Satpara has been buried on the world's second highest peak K2, confirmed by Ali Satpara's son, Sajid Satpara. Sajid Ali Satpara has retrieved the bodies of 3 missing climbers, including his father, who went missing while attempting to summit K2 in February this year, from Bottleneck. He single-handedly not only retrieved the body from a dangerous slope, but also managed to bring it from Bottleneck to C4. Pakistan cricket captain Babar Azam's lead over Indian skipper Virat Kohli for the number 1 spot on ODI rankings grew by 28 points. The latest ICC update showed Babar is currently placed at the number 1 spot in the ODI batting rankings with 873 points. Sri Lanka beat India to level T20 series at 1-1. Disciplined bowling and Dhananjaya De Silva's unbeaten 40 helped Sri Lanka to a 4-wicket win over India in the second 2020 international in Colombo. Up next, we have the entertainment updates. Pakistani investigation team will leave for Turkey for inquiry of fraud with Turkish actor Engin Altan Düzyatan, who performed the role of Ertugrul Ghazi. The team will ask questions from the actor as part of the investigation about TikToker Kashif Zamir defrauding of rupees 90 million. The long-serving bassist of American rock blues band ZZ Top, Dusty Hill, has died at the age of 72. No cause of death was cited for Hill, who played bass for the Rock and Roll Hall of Famers from Texas for more than 50 years. Popular children's animated series Arthur is coming to an end after its 25th season. The iconic show has been America's longest-running children's series. It will be concluded on PBS Kids with its final season airing in the winter of 2022. Up next, we have the business updates. Boeing landed its first quarterly profit since 2019 on higher defense earnings and a recovering commercial aviation market. Still, the aviation giant continues to face uncertainty due to the pandemic, but company will enable the company to cut fewer jobs than initially planned. Pakistan and Bahrain on Wednesday agreed to work together for B2B interaction between the businessmen of two countries and the finalization of Memorandum of Understanding between the Trade Development Authority of Pakistan and Bahrain Tourism and Exhibition Authority. Both countries are agreed to work for joint investment in industrial sector and holding expert-level meetings of joint working groups in agriculture, trade and investment, labor and manpower, oil and gas sector, and IT sector. Up next, we have the updates on science and technology. Auto engineer Naveed Raza and his team in Lahore have converted the Cygnus 2003 into a Lexus 2021. The vehicle now costs Rs 7 million to Rs 8 million against its original Lexus counterpart, which is worth around Rs 16 million. Naveed has worked on Prado models as well. Twitter begins testing shopping feature named Buy Now. It seeks to grab a piece of the lucrative online shopping world as the San Francisco-based company is following the footsteps of larger rival Facebook Incorporation, which opened a Shops feature last year. That's all from this bulletin. For more updates, do stay with us and keep watching OpTv Global.